What's up, YouTube? This is Luke with Endless Entrepreneurs, just coming to you this Sunday afternoon with another shipping vlog. Just wanted to show you guys what sold this weekend for my eBay business. If you're new to my channel, I am a part-time eBay seller and a full-time corporate finance analyst. So I build my business in my spare time. I primarily sell men's clothing. I'm starting to learn about women's clothing and branch out. I've been doing this pretty seriously for the last 3 or 4 years, very seriously for the last year and a half. Format of these videos, I like to keep to the point. I'll go through each of the things I sold from Friday night till now. It's about 2 p.m. Eastern time, Sunday afternoon, and I'll talk about what brand sold, what price they sold for, and just kind of help you guys look for things while you're out there thrifting. Looks like we got a bunch of people filtering in, so I'll give it 1 second and I'll jump right in, and then we'll do some Q&A at the end, true to form. And I'll try to keep it to about a half hour. What's going on, everyone? Also, we had our first ever Carolina reseller meetup yesterday. It went awesome. We had 30 plus people show up. Special shout out to Corin and Jason on Prof Sales Channel and Tiffany for all the work they did. They really organized and were the driving force of the event happening. They put in all the groundwork and the Facebook groups and really all the infrastructure and the hard work that goes into it. And I was fortunate enough to be able to attend and really enjoy meeting everyone. So it was awesome to everyone who came, and hopefully anyone who didn't make it and is in the Charlotte or Carolina area can make it to the next one. So it was really awesome. Hi Jessica, thanks for stopping in. Hi Enev, they were both at the meetup yesterday. Sheila, happy that things are moving for you guys. Sales have been so-so for me this weekend. It's July 4th weekend holiday. I knew it was gonna be kind of weird, so I actually have been running a 30% off sale just to jumpstart things. So looks like we got some people filtering in. I'm gonna jump right in, guys, and show you what's sold. No particular order, just the order I pulled in from my storage unit. My LO Bean stuff's been moving pretty quick, which is cool. I've been selling like 4 to 6 per day-ish since I did my big update video on that, so it's really starting to ramp up. And what I did notice with my LO Bean stuff too, just to share, in my last update I factored in like $5 roughly on average for shipping, but it's way lower because what's been happening is a lot of people are ordering 2 or 3 pair of pants at a time. I'm able to ship them in a regional A box for the most part, and so it's ended up being like $2.50 or $3 to ship, you know, per pair versus that 6 or 5 that I was budgeting. So I'm actually making a lot more per pair than I thought, which is good news. So here are, a buyer bought 2 pair LO Bean pants. They're the same style. These are the new without tags, big lot. I bought 3,000 pair, if anyone's new to my channel, about early May. So these have been starting to ramp up and sell. So I'm in these for $1.15 per piece. These each sold for $18.75 a piece. I'll combine the shipping, so probably like $3 a ship. So a nice decent profit there on these. We had another, let me see, these 2. So this again was a buyer buying 2. So these are navy and brown, and these are, I believe, are flat front. Just khaki dress pants, again, in them for $1.15 a piece. I believe these are the classic fit ones, just cotton, new without tags. Buyer bought both of them. These were for $17.50 a piece, and again, you know, probably gonna be about $3 to ship with combining it together. So pretty good profit there. I'm happy with that margin. All right, I think we got 2 more LO Bean stuff to go through here. All right, so this was a pair of olive ones. Let's see. These are, I believe these were natural fit. So there's natural fit and classic fit with the lot I bought. I got a lot of those pants. And so these were, I believe, are the natural fit. And they're kind of like that olive hunter green-ish type color. And these sold for $18.99. So really happy to move those at that price, $1.15. They're probably gonna ship flat rate for $6. So, you know, kind of like $6.50, $7 margin, but when you're buying 3,000 pieces at a time, you can live with that. And then here's the other last pair of LO Bean pants that sold this weekend, and these are the comfort waist, which these have been starting to move a little better now. They've got like the stretchy waist on them. They're just cotton. They are pleated like a classic fit. And again, in these for $1.15. These will ship flat rate, and these actually sold for $20.99. And what I did, because I knew I was going to be increasing, the sale that I was running, is I actually went through and upped all the prices on my LO Bean pants by about $3 a piece. I also I'm running promoted listings, so I upped the amount of fees I'm conceding to eBay for it. And so basically it's offset down to like that $21, $20.99 is kind of the sweet spot right now, and then I'm taking offers down to like $16. And someone just said that you're undercharging for your pants. So keep in mind, these are new without tags. So I'm marketing them as new without tags. They were basically overstocked from LL Bean. So just keep that in mind. These aren't used, so just there's a big differentiation there. With I would never pick up a pair of Ella Bean used pants for the most part. Maybe the lined jeans, flannel lined jeans would probably be the only thing I might pick up used. But so just keep that in mind. These are new without tags, and I'm only in them for $1.15. So just keep that in mind. For pre-owned, I don't know what I would charge, but they don't sell for very much. I mean, probably 10 to 12 bucks maybe, and I'm just guessing. I haven't researched used, so just keep that in mind. All right, some other non-LL Bean stuff. So these are Nike, this is a Nike Golf polo shirt. It's dry fit. Sometimes I pick these up, sometimes I don't. I'm in this for $4. The reason I got this one is because it has the TPC Sawgrass logo on it, which is a very popular course. This sold for $18.99, took a best offer in it for $4. This is kind of like the bread and butter type stuff. And I'm running those bigger sales, so I'm losing out on a little bit of margin, but in the summer right now, I'm okay with that. And it's very lightweight. It'll probably ship for 7 or 8 ounces, I'm guessing. With that theme, we've got another Nike Polo here. This is purple. It's got the white swoosh on it, and it does have like a white trim on it. And so yeah, this sold for $18.99 as well, and in this for $4. So not a huge margin, but still a decent enough for your bread and butter type stuff. And I'm starting to notice the polo shirts and things like that are moving a lot more now that it's summertime. Let's see. Hey Ethan, thanks for stopping in. All right, let's see. We've got, this is a Columbia, and this is one of those PFG polo shirts. Got the PFG in the back. This has actually a logo on it, North Star, and normally actually I don't pick these up if they have the logos on them because Columbia is kind of like that middle of the road stuff, and I just overlooked it when I picked it up. I didn't know it was on there. So I didn't think this thing would sell, and it actually sold for $18.74. It was on sale, so I was actually pretty excited when that sold. Again, don't put tape on your items. This is how long ago I bought this. I had it on here. Bad idea. Put them in the poly bags or do something where you're not putting adhesive on your items. But in either case, $18.74. I was in this for $4. It'll ship first class. I think I saw. Wait on the questions, guys. Sorry, I don't mean to make you wait, but let me get through this and then I'll answer questions the rest of the time, I promise. Just at the end, just make sure you put question in the chat in big letters or just big question marks, a bunch of them, and I definitely will answer your questions the best that I can. All right, so this is Fasanable, I think that's how I always pronounce it. I probably butcher it, but there's your tag. This I bought quite a while ago, and I just know because it has R, which was months ago. Size small, and it's kind of got like really bright stripes, as you can see, like teal and brown and beige and green and all sorts of weird stuff. And this sold for it was like some weird amount because I had it on sale. I think it was like $19.40 something. But either way, in this for $4. So another kind of bread and butter type item. It's kind of the way the weekend was. I didn't really have any home runs. I think there's one item over $30. Everything else was kind of in that like 18 to 20 range. So just sometimes that happens, especially on holiday weekend. I expect it to be pretty slow anyways. So I've just been listing. So these are Silver Tab, Levi's Silver Tab, which is a vintage item. I'm not sure if I can focus that in. There you go. These are women's. When I first started getting into jeans a long time ago, actually it was right around the time I just met Jason on Prop Sales, started to get into jeans, picked these up. They're women's. I think they were an odd size. I can't remember the size. I've had these for quite a while, like 6 months maybe, 5 months. And I took a best offer of $20. They were on sale because I was running at 30% off sale for like 24 something. Woke up to it, took the best offer of 20. They're gonna go flat rate, not a huge profit, probably like $7 after fees, but I can live with that. But the vintage ones, especially the men's ones, the loose baggy fit Silver Tabs, they sell really well normally. Alright, again, more polo shirts. This is a FootJoy. This sold for $17.99. I was in it for $4. Very lightweight. Will go probably 6-7 ounces. So nothing spectacular, but just want you guys to see not every item's a home run that you sell. You got the FootJoy logo. It did have this. I don't know if we can see it. Nah, it's tucked in. Oh, had like this white like tree logo on it here. I don't know what it was, but as long as there's not words, a lot of times I'll pick it up, so it's not too bad. Alright, and this is I sold 2 more things that I've already boxed, and I'll kind of talk about them and show you, but I had to actually print the label on Friday for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if eBay was glitching, but I sold them during the day. I have 1 business day handling time, and for some reason it told me 2 of these orders I had to print the label by midnight on Friday. So I have no idea why it did that to me. But in either case, I'll talk about what they were. They're in the box, all shipped, ready to go, but I'll at least talk about it. So this was the kind of the bigger item I guess I sold. It wasn't even that big, but it's a Peter Millar. It's a like quarter zip long sleeve. It's like a cotton cashmere blend sweater, and it has like a logo from a business or something on the front or on the side of the sleeve. I can't remember what it was, but in this for $4 and it sold for $33.74 full price. I had it on sale for 25% off. So happy to move that from 4 to 34 is a pretty good profit. And then these are the two other things. So these were, it's already packaged. This is what I use to ship my shoes, guys. It's just a priority shoe box. And it is a Bostonian wingtip leather dress shoes. They're black. I have had these for probably a year and a half. I took a best offer of $10 plus shipping. So these went for, it was like 19 something shipped. Really pumped to just get that money back into my inventory, even if it's only $10 or $8 after fees. Actually only cost me $7 to ship, so I'm not sure how I calculated that incorrectly, but so made a little money in the shipping. But when you've had inventory for 18 months, I'm okay getting that money back so I can spend on other things. So not a great sale, but that's the reality of what happens to age inventory sometimes, especially when you're just learning. And then this right here, these are the regional boxes. A lot of people have been asking about the regional. So this is a regional A box. I actually fit 4 pair of Ella Bean pants in here. So a guy bought 4 pair of these like Ella Bean Tropic Weight. It was part of the big bulk offer. They're $1.15 a piece. I took a best offer for $16 per unit just because he bought 4 of them. And they're $1.15 each. And I actually shipping this regional box for $8.15. So it's $2 a pair to ship basically. So pretty decent on that, and it's going to one person. I highly recommend, if you don't have these, definitely get your regional A boxes. And later today, actually, I'm going to be over on 10K on the Base channel, Chris, and we're doing our weekly show, and we're actually going to be talking about shipping strategies and things like that. I've been getting a lot more questions about that lately. Talked a lot actually at our meetup yesterday about different shipping options. So definitely tune in. It's going to be 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be chatting about that. So those are my sales for the weekend, guys. Nothing spectacular, just kind of steady. I think it was about total from Friday night. It was like almost $300 or it was like $280, something like that. So nothing crazy, but for a holiday weekend, if I can just keep the momentum going, get through the holidays and roll, I'd be happy. I've been listing a ton, trying to get that momentum building. And again, we had that meetup yesterday, which was just so fun. I learned so much about women's clothing yesterday. It was absolutely absurd. Following people around, everyone who showed up, it was just awesome. It was great knowledge sharing. I can't wait for the next one, honestly. I'm looking forward to going to the Green Room meetup as well. Just starting to learn, like, I've been so focused on men's clothing for so long. It's awesome to start seeing the other niches and to learn and to grow your knowledge base. So, but I'll take some questions, guys, to see what everyone's up to. I'm also gonna have a video out. I'll do like my Q2 wrap up, so how Q2 is, where I'm at my 100K challenge. I'm hoping to do that video tomorrow, and then I've revised my Q3 goals and kind of gonna increase some of the output and effort I'm doing, and I'm gonna review that and show you guys what I plan to do for Q3. So, let me scroll up, see what questions I've missed. I do know someone asked what I recommend for a wholesale supplier. So I'm not sharing the one I have, but what I recommend for anyone who wants to get into wholesaling, and I'm not an expert, guys, I've only had one bulk buy, so just please keep that in mind. I am not an expert. But if you are looking to bulk buy, I would say get involved with your Facebook groups locally that do selling, get involved with OfferUp, and start looking at people who are selling kind of smaller bulk purchases, a couple hundred items here or there, because chances are they're parting out a lot of their big orders. And so if you can start to like network through that and find a couple, then you also can start to get better relationships with other people locally who might have bulk opportunities and might sell in different niches, so there might be opportunities. I think that's the best way to start, and that way you can trust, like, kind of get a referral, and you can do it locally and follow up on it. So that would be kind of my suggestion, I would think. And yeah, Ethan, the bulk buy for me is going really well. It was a little slow to ramp up, but this last like 2 weeks, pretty much since I did my update video, I've been selling like 4 to 6 pair per day. It's been really, really solid, and the promoted listings are helping a ton. I got a question here. It says, how do you create sale with all times at once? When I run a sale, it only lets me do 250 items per day. Do you have a store subscription, No TV? You should be able to. The way I do it is I just do a sale on every single item in my store, and I do it for fixed price, and I just select add all fixed price items to my sale. Maybe I'll do a little tutorial video on running sales. I know that Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, has a couple good videos on running sales, and just basically he does a click-through tutorial on how to do it. So definitely check his channel out with that. And I also can do one in the future if you guys would like. I have a, do you measure your waist on pants on the back or front side to side? So pants, this is what I do. For men's pants, I will measure the waist So laying flat, I measure the waist measurement and double it to get the waist inches, and then I measure the inseam, so basically the center seam of the crotch to the inside of the cuff, all the way down, and I provide those two measurements for men's pants. For women's pants, I do the same thing, but then I also provide the rise, which is the bottom of the crotch seam to the top of like where you, oh, hold on. It's the bottom of the top, so like you basically get that rise there. And then I also do the cuff opening. Hold on, guys. And let me see, another question. How many listings do you have currently? I have about 1,850 active items, but I also have, hold on, sorry guys. I also have like 3,000 or more items because of the bulk buy. I have lots of multi-quantity. Let me see here. Alright, sorry. Just had to boot someone from there. Let's see. What about your sell percentage daily? I generally see 10%. So I'm an extremely long tail seller. I price my items in like the upper quadrant of like the max value you can get to slow down my sell through. And the reason is because I'm trying to scale. In order for me to scale, I need to slow down my sell through and increase my inventory. And because I'm working full time and doing this part time, I couldn't handle if I was selling 20 items a day right now. Like shipping and pulling and doing all that would really stunt my growth. So right now I'm just trying to get max value for each item, and I have about a 0.5% per day sell through. So I sell total like about 240 to 250 items a month, and on an active items of about 1,850. So I think it's like 0.045% or something like that. Yeah, I booted reverse for that. Sorry guys, sorry for I should have been quicker to get him out of there. Jessica said, do you ever do any auctions? And yes, I do auctions. I like to do auctions for my ties since they get free auctions. And what I do for all my neckties is I basically start them at $9.99 because that's like the floor of what I want for. I'm in them for $2. And they're really lightweight, so they ship for like 3 ounces or less. And then I charge $2 shipping, so it's like $11.98 for one bid. So if one person bids on it, so it's essentially trying to sell it as a fixed price item, but through the auction, so I don't have to pay the listing fee. So that's why I do all my ties through the auction. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And I also think having auctions helps traffic to your store and to your listings. So I think it's a good way to kind of arbitrage there. What else do we got here? My video froze. How do you run a sale with all items? No TV. The answer was really just you should be able to add all fixed price listings. That's what I do. I don't try to run them individually. I just do all fixed price listings. Check out Rockstar Flipper's channel. He has a great tutorial on it. Magnify TV said, most guys don't even know what a rise is. I myself never knew before I started measuring women's jeans. Yeah, I've had a couple. So the only time I get questions on men's pants about the rise is usually with dress pants, because they want to know what the rise is on it, just because of the fit. I never get it on jeans. Usually guys don't ask about jeans, but for dress pants occasionally, but I still don't provide it. Maybe I should, but I just don't. Let me see. James said, I'm slowly getting above 200 listings, struggling to find time to list enough each day to keep up with what sells. Yeah, and James, when that happens, that's why I say if you price your items a little higher and slow your sell-through down, it'll allow you to keep scaling and grow. That's my best advice, especially if you're not doing it full time. That's probably the best way to go. What else we got? Question. What is pleated and the other option for front of pants? So there's flat front and pleated front. And I don't have a good example because they're in plastic right now. But basically, well, actually, yeah, I do right here. Hold on. So this would be pleated. You see how it's kind of sewn at the top here? This is what's a pleat. That's called a pleat. So these are pleated dress pants, and then if it's flat without that, just smooth across, then that would be flat front. So those are the two different styles for that. Average profit on jeans. That's a good question. Probably, I would say my average sell price on jeans is right around $30, and I'm in them for $5, $6 to ship, so we're left with 19 fees. So we're talking probably like 15, $16 per pair, I would say is my average profit per jean. Someone just asked, how do I get more listings per month without getting a business account? I don't mind paying, but I can only list 290 per month. I'm not really sure with that question. I would just say, if you're talking about a store subscription, if you once you have 100 listings, just get the store subscription, because the free listings they give actually outweighs what you're paying. So by not having the store, you're actually probably paying more money in insertion fees than if you had the subscription. I actually have a video on that on my channel that shows the exact thresholds where you should upgrade to a store based on your number of listings that makes it profitable. I also, on my website, Endless Entrepreneurs, there's a free download. It's just a spreadsheet that actually calculates that. You can plug in your exact active listings that you have in your store, and it'll tell you exactly what subscription you should have, or one, if you should have one at all, and when it makes sense to upgrade. So hopefully that answers that question. Let's see. No TV said, do all fixed price items, but it only shows that 250 items are up. I'm not sure without seeing it. No TV, I'm sorry, I wish I could be more help. I would say definitely check out one of Casey's tutorial videos on it, or even eBay might have some help on it. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to help you with that, sorry. Let's see. Someone asked, could you give me advice on my channel after the stream? Sure. Just shoot me an email or message and we can chat about that offline. Ted Barnes says, doesn't eBay say you are underperforming if you're priced too high? Nope. Not that I'm aware of. You can price wherever you want to price. eBay's performance metrics are only based on shipping on time, like feedback and things like that, not on whether you price, how you price. Let's see. Barry said, is that the same Nike shirt Tiger was wearing when he got busted? I have no idea. Maybe. MR said, what software do you use for tracking your sales? I don't use any software. I just use a spreadsheet. You can head to my website, endlessentrepreneurs.com, and go to the resource page, and I have a spreadsheet that I use for my daily tracker, and all I do is just put in how many items I listed, how many items sold, like the average sell price, average cost, that I bought. I do average costing, so I don't track each one through the life cycle. I just do average costing to get my average cost per good. Hopefully that helps you out, and just feel free. I've got a couple of videos. Any of my sales update videos that you guys find, I go through that spreadsheet so I can show you how to use it there. Ethan said, I know this question can have so many different answers. How many listings should I have before I start an eBay store? How many did you start with? So 100, I believe. And again, Ethan, check out that spreadsheet because it'll tell you specifically. You literally can plug in the amount of items, but I think 100 is the floor of when you should get that. Flipping Daily says, I price very high with or best offer. Yeah, similar here. My email is in the description. Check it. You can grab it from there. In the Summit Beach said, do you only sell name brand jeans? If I had old worn jeans without a great brand, is it worth selling? And what can be the profit be if you have them for free? So if you didn't have to pay for the jeans, your profit will be shipping less fees. So whatever you sell it for, so let's just say for example you sell it for 10 bucks, it costs you $5 to ship or $6 to ship, you're left with $4. They're going to take 13% of that $4, and then that's what you made on it. So really, you go to the sold listings in eBay, click completed and sold, and search for the exact brand you're trying to sell, and then sort by highest plus shipping, and it'll show you what has sold recently in that brand, and then you can figure out if it's worth selling or not. Let's see. James said, yeah, flipping that seems to be working well for me. I'm getting the offers. Yeah. So he's just basically saying pricing high and taking best offer works well. See you, Flipping Day. Thanks for stopping in. Diana said I was not allowed to open a store until I was at the 250 limit. Really? That's interesting. See, and this is where I don't know as much because I've had my store for so long, multiple years. I don't know how the changes have happened in the rules. I'd have to take some time to research it. I just know when you can upgrade and pay for it. So maybe that's the running the sales is the restriction. I've just been in a premium store for so long, I haven't had any issues. And if they are going to issue, call eBay and say, hey, what the heck, I want to run, I'm a successful seller, look at my feedback, look at my items, lift this restriction, there's no reason for it to be there, and they should do that for you. Usually their customer service is pretty good about that, even with listing limits. Diana said, how is the blog going? Do you write the articles or farm this out? My blog, I've put one thing up. I found out that I really don't enjoy long form content that much. I love doing videos. I like Instagram. I'm really bad at writing long form. I just get like writer's block like crazy. So I'm still trying to put out one per month. I have one that's like 3/4 of the way done on kind of how I would start an eBay business from scratch if I had to start all over. Hopefully I'll have that done soon and get that up. I apologize. I basically had to prioritize. Like I prioritize YouTube first, Instagram second, and then the website, like blog stuff, comes third if I have time. So, you know, and then eBay obviously comes above all those things. So yeah, I'm sorry if I haven't as many blog posts up as I could, but I'd rather bring you video content since I enjoy doing that. And I've just said, what is the growth summary? So eBay has this tab called the growth. It's like the growth tab. And I'm not sure if everyone has it now. I know that it was in beta for a while, but basically what it shows, you can pick any genre of item, like clothing for example, and it'll show you on all of eBay historically, like over the last year, what the trending is. So like what the sales have been on those categories, and so you can see like right now, like clothing is like 10% of what it will be in fourth quarter. The sales are in, you know, May versus December. So you can see the ebbs and flows of each type of item, and it helps you pick like and diversify your store if you're trying to avoid seasonality kind of hitting you hard. Let's see. Yeah, and you can open a store. Chris said, I open a store with 2 items. Yeah, you can open a store right away. You don't have to wait if you don't want to. A $4 profit in old jeans is not worth my time. I have a nice charity to give them to. Yeah, agreed. And it really just becomes down what's your time worth, right? I would say for anyone who's trying to start, like, generate capital and just starting out, I mean, if you can flip free things for $4 or $5 profit, that's probably a good idea. If you don't need to and you have capital and you can spend on good inventory to flip for bigger margins, then that's what you should do. So I think that's a great point you made. Oh, Diana says you had a low feedback rating at the time. Interesting. Yeah, and Chris said they gave him a raise in items without asking. And they'll do that a lot of times. We'll just keep raising your listing limits as you keep performing. Tammy said keep an eye out for FR jeans, which is flame resistant in various brands. Yes, absolutely. There also are, I'm trying to think, so I think Tyndall is one of the really good brands for flame resistant, I believe. Barry said, have you ever bought clothes for your girlfriend while thrifting? I've bought some like hoodies and stuff, like Under Armour type stuff when I find it occasionally, but she's pretty picky about what she wants, so I don't try to step on her toes with that. Let's see. James said, at what point do you think a seller should be at to move from the basic store up to the next store? So James, again, I'll just, similar answer to my last couple questions about this is go to my spreadsheet that I have on my website, plug in your active listings, and it tells you exactly when you should upgrade based on the amount of money it will cost you to list. So it's all just a money equation. It doesn't have anything to do with the experience. It just should be, you know, how many active items you have. Yes, Ethan, there's a monthly fee for an eBay store. It's a subscription fee, but with the subscription fee, they give you free listings, free insertion fees, and free auction fees. So it actually, you end up paying less in insertion fees by having the subscription most of the time, as long as you have enough listings to support it. Right, and M. Barnard, yeah, if you need the profit, then listing those free ones to get the $4 profit is a good idea. Let's see. Really, Mama J said the fire-resistant Tyndalls did terrible. I haven't found one in a really long time, but I used to find them a lot when I was in upstate New York, and they always sold for like 35 to 40 bucks a pop for me, but it could be different now. All right, I'm going to take a couple more questions, guys. I'm going to wrap up. I like to keep these about a half hour. I still have a ton of listing to do, and then Shannon and I have a 4th of July tradition that we have, so we're heading out to dinner at one of our favorite spots, and we're going to enjoy watching some fireworks, hopefully. Let's see. Someone has asked, when starting any sale and profit is a good thing to build up the good feedback. Yeah, so you're basically saying when it's starting out that any profit is good. Right. The only way I would argue that is if you have unlimited capital, then it's better for you to buy higher margin items because you only have so much time to list. So if you have unlimited capital and you're able to source more, then I would say don't source and sell the small profit items. No TV said, how many items did you list before getting a storage unit? That's a good question. So I kind of got forced into the storage unit. And when I moved from New York, I had a big 3-bedroom house with a basement, so I had all my inventory in my basement. And then when I moved into an apartment with Shannon, and it was a 1-bedroom, and we had our dog. So I actually had to move all my inventory into a storage unit then. So at that time, I had like 800 items. I don't necessarily know that, I'm not sure what the threshold would have been for me to do it, but that was basically the 800, 900 mark was when I got my first one. Barry said, how many autographs did you sign at the meetup? I didn't sign any autographs. I'm just another seller. It was funny because like probably at least half or more of the people at that meetup knew more about their niches than I ever could dream of. So I think I learned more from everyone else than they learned from me. So that's why those things are so cool. All right. So I am going to wrap up, guys. I appreciate everyone stopping in. Like I said, just for those other people who are asking about the templates and things like that, just check out my website, Endless Entrepreneurs, on the resource page. It's free. Just pop your email in. You can download the spreadsheet. And if you have trouble, just email me and I'll make sure you get it. But it'll tell you exactly when to upgrade and when it's profitable to upgrade. If you haven't checked me out on Instagram, Endless Entrepreneurs, and if you need any links for your for the kind of supplies using your business, polymailers, whatever you want to see what I use, I'll have them in the description once the video is over. Have an awesome weekend. Happy 4th of July. And if you want some shipping tips, head over to 10K on the Bays channel about 4:30 Eastern time, and we will be there chatting it up for about an hour. See you later, guys.